emergency that we are going through. We are gathered here to watch Argentina versus Ecuador. Lionel Messi's last ever Copa America. And it could be over tonight. Because Ecuador's tough, and Argentina hasn't exactly looked convincing this tournament. To be fair, neither has Ecuador. But it will be interesting to see how this one goes. Kendry Paez is starting. How are we doing, guys? Smash that like button if you haven't done it already. And we'll go over lineups here in just a second. I'm going to be a little bit low energy. Happy 4th of July, though, to anybody who's celebrating. It's not the greatest 4th of July if you're a USMNT fan, to be honest. A lot still going on. A lot of drama yesterday. Final decision on Greg has not been made from what I'm hearing. There are financial concerns. There's right now 2 camps. There's one camp. This is what I'm hearing from my sources, okay? One camp I'm hearing thinks that Greg should not be fired on sporting merit. Gotta love U.S. soccer. And the other half is saying, well, whether that's true or not, we're under a lot of pressure from sponsors and fan groups and, donors as well. So going to 2026 is important for us to have their goodwill. So even if we don't necessarily think a new coach is going to change anything, we probably still have to fire him. Like, that is the level of stupid. And can you imagine? And go to U.S. Soccer sometime and look at these board members that are on this board. Absolute idiots. Like, most of them are nobodies. You're like, huh? Who's this? Why are they running soccer in my country? You know why? Because they're a bunch of yes cunts. That's what they are. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Going to try and distract ourselves here. Hopefully, Argentina, Ecuador gives us a good game. So basically, if they'd have their way, they'd 100% keep Berhalter. I think that would be preferable, both financially and I also did hear, get ready for this, that Crocker was on the phone this morning with Adams and Pulisic. And both of them were endorsing Greg. I don't understand how we managed to get a generation of players that is so deeply in love with being shit. Deeply in love with it. What's up, bud? Taco is also unhappy. Want to say hi? Taco Cam. Say hi. Fist bump? Fist bump? Attaboy. Good dog. All right. Do the players even get a say? Well, I don't know. They're trying to get it. They shouldn't have a say. Based on how it went last time we gave them a say, they should absolutely not have a say. Absolutely not. So we'll see what happens. Moral of that story is keep the pressure up. There's an element where they go, maybe over time, the outrage and the anger will die down. And then, if we have a successful Olympics, people will be excited and can sneak Greg back in there. We'll get Marko Mitrovic to say that it was Greg's tactics that did well. Be relentless with this pressure. We cannot quit until they announce Greg out. It's in the balances right now. That's the truth. All right. Let us take a look at the starting lineup. Going to be a little bit of a low energy stream today unless Argentina, Ecuador picks me up. All right. Here we go. Argentina, Ecuador lineup. For Argentina, 4-4-2, Emi Martinez in goal. Back line of Molina, Romero, Martinez, and Tagliafico. Midfield 4. Well, midfield 2 really is McAllister and Fernandez. And then you have Rodrigo de Paul and Gonzalez on the left and the right. Lautaro Martinez and, of course, Lionel Messi up top in a nice 4-4-2. For Ecuador, it's a 4-3-2-1. With Dominguez in goal. Back line of Angelo Preciado, Torres, Paucho, and Hincapié. Hincapié playing as a left back for most of this tournament. In midfield, they've got, of course, Moises Caicedo, Alan Franco, and Carlos Curezo. Kendry Paez and Jeremy Sarmiento are the 2 attacking midfielders with Ener Valencia up top. Kendry Paez, just 17 years old. But don't worry, guys, because Jim Curtin told me that one of the best young players in the world is Kevin Sullivan. So it doesn't really matter what Kendry Paez does, right? Or Estevao. Any of these guys. That doesn't matter. We've got a guy who's starting to play in MLS next Pro. Oh, yay. Let's get excited about that, idiot. All right. Who do you guys have for this game? I think Argentina, they could go out today. Messi was supposed to be injured and was supposed to start on the bench. Messi was supposed to start on the bench, but he didn't. So this is the again. So you know how Tack and I say we don't listen to a lot of these other people. Even Scuffed wants Greg out, though Velasquez said it's just for the sake of change and a new manager won't make a difference. So I didn't listen to the podcast. I don't listen to Scuffed. Stopped listening to them a long time ago. If he did say that, you guys can draw your own conclusions on just how phenomenally stupid that is. But it does sound like the exact same narrative that's sort of going around U.S. soccer right now, doesn't it? Well, that should tell you everything you need to know about Scuffed. All right. No extra time. That's right. Hey. No extra time. So if it ends up in a draw, guys, it will go straight to penalties. That'll be kind of nice. So we don't have to be here for 2.5 hours. All right. Let's see. Other than that, you guys have to help me pick the underdog fantasy picks today. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go with either a goal and assist for Lautaro, potentially. 3 shots attempted, higher or lower. Carlos Gruezo, nah. Let's see. Alan Franco, no. Tagliafico, no. Angelo Preciado, nah. Let's go back up here to the top. Lionel Messi. 5 shots attempted, doubtful. Dominguez, higher than 4.5 saves, also doubtful. Emiliano Martinez, not a good one there. Willian Pacho, Kendry Paez, Ener Valencia, Rodrigo De Paul, nothing too interesting there. What happened to, they had, what's his name? It wasn't Emi Martinez. It was, so Messi, 1 goal or assist is likely. So let's do that. 1 goal or assist for Messi. That seems likely. And then Kendry Paez, cards, Ener Valencia, scoring. Jeremy Sarmiento, 2 shots attempted. I don't know, guys. There's not a lot of great ones. That's the problem. Let's go with higher than 3 saves for Emiliano Martinez. All right. And now we have to pick one from Ecuador. I think Ener Valencia scoring a goal is a possibility. All right. So $10 in. If I get all of them correct, I get $134. Okay? So we'll see what happens, though. So just for review, play, confirm. All right, so these are my picks. A goal or an assist for Messi, a goal or an assist for Ener Valencia. Actually, no, a goal for Ener Valencia. And Emiliano Martinez has to make at least 3 saves, which I think is very possible for this Ecuador team. Okay? And by the way, if you want to play, use my code 11Yanks, and you will get, Underdog will match your deposit $250. $250. Right? So that is that. Let's see what happens here today. National anthems are being played. Use my code. Thank you, Darius. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Yes, I am, Tyler. Yes, I am. It's fantasy sports. Very many people all over this country play it. They are a sponsor of the channel. And if you don't like it, that's your problem, buddy, not mine. Thank you very much. When is the USMNT game? LOL. LOL. Nice trolling, though. Nice trolling, though. Should Tanner go to Inter? Yeah, I mean, he's not going to go to Inter this season. He's going to go back on loan to Venezia. He kind of wants to go to Torino is what I'm hearing, which is why the deal is being held up. Because they want to loan him back to Venezia, but he's like, nah. So we'll see. Very hard for Ecuador to score any goal. What do you think? I mean, I don't think it's that hard. It's doable. It's doable. It all depends how they show up, right? Smash that like button if you haven't already, guys. We have, let's see, 30 likes and almost 200 viewers. Come on now. Let's get that up to 100 at least. How is your day, 4th of July, going, Pete? Not great, to be honest. I decided not to do anything because I've been through the roller coaster the last few weeks. The whole month of June was nuts. I think I was on just got back from traveling, went again to Chicago, came back from Chicago, left 2 days later for Missouri. It's just been a lot the whole month of June with everything, going on. So I decided just to take it easy. My girl is working today. So just kind of taking it easy today and really just focused on we got to get rid of Greg Berhalter. We got to get rid of Greg Berhalter. But how is your guys' 4th of July going? I'm going to try to not bring you down with my bad attitude here. Game is a couple minutes away from kickoff. Any minute now. See if we can get this clock going properly. Good time for scrapbooking. Sunburn. Are you anybody at the beach? Anybody at the beach? Who do I have? I think Argentina will squeak through 1-0. I think Argentina will squeak through 1-0. What do you guys have? Who do you think wins this and by what score? Put your score predictions in the chat below. And I've always got you front. 3-1 from Steven Nagishi. 4-4-2 for Argentina. Crazy G says 1-0 or 2-0 Argentina. Argentina 3-1. People are going big for Argentina, huh? SL says 1-0 Ecuador. Think that's realistic. A lot of heavy wins for Argentina here. 2-0, 2-1, 4-0, I doubt very much. Depends. If they score early, then yes, it's very possible. 1-1 Argentina on penalties. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. Felix Sanchez. Y'all remember Felix Sanchez? He used to coach Qatar. He actually coached against Ecuador in Qatar as the Qatari coach. How does Berhalter rank against other USMNT coaches of the past? Is he the worst? Absolutely, he's the worst. to get grouped at Copa America with the talent that he has, nobody came close to that. Nobody came close to that. He's absolutely the worst. and also the worst human being. All right. Why did they bring the ball in a cardboard box? Weird. All right. You guys ready? Game's any moment from kicking off. Lautaro Martinez to kick off here. And let's go. All right, game is kicked off. Argentina currently in possession. Greg fans want to be all about results, except we can't count the Copa result against him. Are there any Greg fans left apart from Craig Walters? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe the U.S. Soccer Board. Rough times, boys and girls. Rough times. Mexico fans. I like the timer. Yeah, it's just my iPad. It's just my tab that I'm using as a timer. Unknown Revival. To be pro Berhalter, he did get us out of a group with England and Iran, which are pretty decent level opponents from their respective areas. Okay, he got us out of a group with Iran and Wales. It was the easiest group at the World Cup. It was the easiest group at the World Cup. We should have gotten out of that group. That's nothing special. Nothing special. Okay? Nothing special at all. Yesterday, you said 99% chance he's gone. What would you put that percentage at today? Matthew, about the same. About the same. I really do believe he's still gone. Argentina still has the ball. They just haven't done anything with it. Very slow start to this game. Very slow start to this game. A lot of Ecuador not really pressing that back line here. They're just sort of passing along that back line. The supporter groups on Facebook have a very small but vocal number of Greg supporters. I often get the sense that they're just contrarians or the embodiment of the actually meme. Yeah, supporters groups are idiots. I'm not supporters groups. The Facebook groups, people. I know who you're talking about. They're like, anybody in here who criticizes Berhalter is a dumbass. We love him. I've been on those Facebook groups. I know what you're talking about. There's some real mentally unwell people there. And not just because they like Berhalter. Like some other stuff they do is like, oh, okay, these people are not well. So what I'm hearing, Matthew O, is that Crocker is actually on the keep Triple G side. And ultimately, it's his decision. Apparently it's his decision. And from what I heard, actually, he's kind of on the keep Greg. He's like a big Greg stan. I also heard from a news source, it's an unconfirmed source, that he was not actually in the U.S. for the Uruguay game, even though he's the fucking sporting director, and decided to go back to England so he could get ready to watch England versus Switzerland. And he was pissed off that he had to come back after we lost and deal with the situation. Argentina still just passing it around the back and Ecuador refusing to press. This is kind of weird. Derek Rishi saying, yes, it is all on Betty Crocker and he loves him some Greg. Yes, he does. Of course, a red coat. Fucking red coats. Of course he loves Greg. He loves how shit he makes us. And as an Englishman, they too are in love with shit. He probably thinks Gareth Southgate is the best coach ever. He's like, Gareth Southgate is the greatest coach. Bielsa could learn so much from Gareth. Really could. fucking Muppet. Matt Crocker? No, Matt Crocker is English. Watch, they fire Southgate and then US. Oh my God, that would be fucking. I'd still rather have Southgate than Greg, honestly. I would still rather have Southgate than Greg. I kid you not. It's a matter of principle at this point. Even though I don't really think Southgate is much better, if any better, to be honest. You are 2 minutes behind. Yeah, I'm watching on Fubo TV. S27 says, Pete, how will you react if they bring Greg back? I'm struggling to be enthusiastic about this. I mean, I'm trying to not think about it. But bringing Greg back would be a catastrophe. I don't know exactly what I would do, but I would have to reconsider my options about what I'm going to do, because I don't know if I'll have the energy to keep covering this team and keep trying to grow the game in this country when U.S. soccer is so staunchly against it. Valencia! Oh, saved in transition. Oof. Tight one. If you didn't like coming back, maybe you don't keep Triple G so it doesn't happen again. You would think, but this man loves him some Greg Berhalter. Think Joachim Low would be a good fit for USMNT, and how realistic do you think it can be? The problem with Joachim is that he hasn't worked in a long time. He's been out of a job for a very long time now, and he really only has that one Germany job. It's weird that he hasn't gotten a job since. So I don't know about that. I think there are better options, personally. Oh, so they're showing the replay on the goal. Nice little ball over the top. Great header down from Caicedo. Oh, damn, that was close. Greg is 100% not getting fired. That is not true. It's definitely not 100%. It's not even close. Is Matt Crocker actually Welsh? I thought he was English. Let's look this up. Matt Crocker. A load of crock. Oh, he is Welsh. You are correct. I apologize to my English brethren. Matt Crocker is Welsh. He is not English. We shall not foist that title upon him. And we shall not foist his idiocy upon you. All right, Ecuador have the ball. The game started a little slowly, to be honest. Ecuador have looked more dangerous than Argentina so far. Caicedo manages to create some space here. Can Valencia? Oh! Oh, Caicedo's down. Sheep shagger, though. Ha! Matt, if you don't fire Greg, we won't go to games. Well, I tweeted this morning, and let me read you what I tweeted, because I've been hearing about some financial bullshit. So I tweeted, and 1,200 people liked this tweet. 113 people retweeted it. If U.S. soccer is considering the financial repercussions of firing Greg Berhalter, just wait till they see the financial hit they'll take from keeping him. Tickets, ratings, and sales will all plummet as fans lose interest in this travesty of a team. Yeah. I really want Greg back. He has done wonders for my back. Oh, Lord. I mean, look, the three main Sam's Army, Bada 76, and American Outlaws all came out asking for Greg to be fired, right? All the big influencers, the soccer influencers in this country have called for him to be fired. The media has called for him to be fired. Literally, the only people who don't want him to be fired are Pulisic, Adams, and fucking Crocker. Oh, ooh. Ecuador looking pretty decent so far. Sarmiento pressing. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, he almost got there. They won the second ball though. Ball in behind. Oh, cross is blocked. Oh, corner for Ecuador. What do you mean, language, man? We're adults in here. I'm not gonna mind my language. Every time I talk about anybody in U.S. soccer, any language is appropriate. So don't tell me to mind my language. Oh, short one for Ecuador. Oof. Ecuador have looked much brighter than Argentina in this opening 10 minutes. Oh, what a through ball. Oh, keep it. Oh, tackled. Oh, well done. Good tackle. Good tackle by Molina there. Yeah, knock him down. Yeah, Matt Turner too. But these guys are literally on the phone on July 4th. Hey, Matt, don't fire Greg, man. Oh, okay. All right. That was not a foul, though. Not the best having the NFL in charge of soccer. Well, did you see that JT Batson today tweeting that everyone should watch LA Galaxy, LAFC? Like, have some balls, right? The guy bent over and presented like a baboon for MLS when they said they weren't going to play an Open Cup. All right? Zero power, zero cojones, zero anything. And now he's like, hey, don't forget to watch the MLS game because my bosses wanted me to say that. You should listen to Straight Red Card if you're offended by language. Exactly, Untouchables 96. Pete slowly morphing into Derek. Derek, is that a compliment? I think it's a compliment. Derek's a cool dude. I wouldn't mind being Derek one day when I grow up. Oh, foul on Valencia. No. Oh, come on. Southgate, England versus the Swiss be his 100th match in charge. Don't worry. I have a good feeling about that game with Switzerland. Is USSF leadership surprised by the backlash? I think Matt Crocker is. I think Matt Crocker underestimated how much pressure there would be, which is stupid. Like you didn't have a pulse on the fan base that getting grouped in Copa America was not enough. I don't know, man. 15 minutes in and Ecuador look a lot better. A lot better. Yeah, I gave them a bad review, S27. Oh my God. Oh, Caicedo. Caicedo. Oh, Sarmiento. Oh, saved. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Paez almost scored. Sarmiento and Paez almost scored. Wow. Yeah, Ecuador. I told you Ecuador could win this. I told you Ecuador could win this. 15 minutes. The question is, first was Sarmiento, and then a save by Emi Martinez. Bring back the air fryer clock. That was only in Chicago. That was only in Chicago. Ecuador still has the ball. Oh my God, ball in behind. Oh my God, they almost scored again, Ecuador. Oh my God. Preciado just, oh my God. Enter Valencia with the cross, and Preciado just volleyed it just over. Oof. Oh my God. Ball over the top for Argentina. Messi to Lautaro. Is he offside? Doesn't matter because they won the ball anyways. He was offside, so it's called back. Free kick for Ecuador. 16 minutes in. Tell Pete to get his ass in here to hate watch. What do you mean? I am here. Oh, you're talking about, you probably mean Tack. Tack is probably enjoying his July 4th. I don't blame him at all. It's been a rough couple of days for everybody. What do you think about Tanner Tessman to Inter? I don't think he's an Inter player yet, but he could still develop into one. So I think it's fine so long as there's a plan for his development, which it does seem like there is. I'm not sure Venezia is the best place because that's a relegation team. They're going to be fighting relegation. I just, he's going to be doing a lot of defending. I really think that Inter brought him for what he can do on the ball. And so I wonder if there's maybe a better team they can loan him out to first. I don't know that Venezia is necessarily the right place. Torino, for me, would be better. Here comes Ecuador again. Sarmiento with the cross. Cleared up in the air. Corner for Ecuador. Hey, Ecuador has looked like the better team. For sure. In 26, Nick Kruger, too early. Too early for him. He's very young, Diego Cochin. Very young. All right, Ecuador plays it short. Oh, cleared. Sarmiento. Oh, tackled. Now here comes Argentina in transition. Yeah, knock him down. Foul on Molina. It sounds like even if they fire Triple G, they won't be ambitious with the next hire. Yeah, that's probably fair. I don't think they're going after Jurgen Klopp. If you guys knew just how incompetent and corrupt and moronic this federation is, I think you might be surprised. All right, here comes Argentina. Liam Ritchie says, hey, I'm new here. Came from Tactical Manager. Welcome. Hit subscribe, Liam. Welcome. Big switch down to the left. Oh. Laid off. Cleared by Ecuador. Argentina really haven't created much at all. Do you like Gaga or Diego more at this point? I haven't really seen much of Diego play. Gaga, they're both very young keepers. Gaga is terrible with his feet. That's the difference between them. Diego Cochin was very much raised in the Barcelona system, which requires you to be good with your feet. Problem with Diego Cochin is Spain will come. Oh, my God. Oh, blocked. Oof. Oh, here comes Argentina. Cleared again. They're pressuring. Sit outside the box. We're going to have a shot from distance. Blocked again. Oh, fouled. Oh, my God, foul. That's a bad foul by Rodrigo de Paul. Ooh. That was a nasty foul on Valencia there. Oh, okay. He did kind of sell it, though. He definitely kind of sell it. Come on, Romero. It was not De Paul. Anytime an Argentine player fouls, if they're far enough away I can't see them, I just assume it's De Paul. But in this case, it was Christian Romero. Felix Sanchez looks so funny on the touchline. He's got Ecuador playing well, though. We've been hanging. Here come Argentina. Cleared. How good is Patrick Schulte? He's been pretty reliable for Columbus, pretty steady, and he's still young enough. He'll probably start at the Olympics. We'll have to see how he does under real pressure. The problem with a lot of these MLS goalkeepers is a lot of them are not very good with their feet, A. And B, we don't really get to see what they're like under real pressure because there is no real pressure in MLS. There's no stakes. It's Mickey Mouse celebration of soccer league, right? So there's not a lot of stakes. It's hard to tell. It's like you have to kind of sometimes put a player in real hot water. But remember how good Matt Turner looked in MLS? Like definitely the best keeper in MLS for a long time. And then he goes to Europe and gets exposed. We'll see what Schulte looks like in the Olympics. But I think of the under 23 keepers right now, he is the most advanced. He's also the oldest, to be fair. Yeah, I'm watching the game tomorrow, Germany versus Spain. We're all hoping. We're all hoping. 24 minutes in, Argentina have created almost nothing. Ecuador looked like the much better team for sure. For sure. All right. Argentina passing out of the back. I have to work tomorrow. Hopefully no one wants to talk about student loans. Are you a student loan officer, Liam? Who you got in Spain versus Germany? I still have Germany. I think Germany will win it. I really do. Spain have looked good, but so have Germany. If they can get, Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala fit and firing together, it'll be great. You work at the call center or one of the servicers. Hey, are you a My Student Loan servicer? Who's your servicer? Ah, nice try. Argentina down the right. Cutting it back. We'll see. We'll see, yes, 27. Christian has Spain. All right. I mean, it's a close game for sure. It's a close game. Ruben Villasenor, what are some objective, measurable goals U.S. soccer has for the remainder of this cycle and the next? There are no objective, measurable goals with U.S. soccer, Ruben. There is only dumb, sort of like talking point, meaningless sort of buzzword type goals. Like, we want to change the way America views soccer. We want to change the way the world views soccer. Well, Greg, you won. You definitely did. Oh, just wide. Just wide there by Fernandez from a header. Oh, flashed it just wide. Improving the amoeba attack. Oh, my God. Messi came out of retirement for this. Give him a break. I know. That's how much he loves Argentina. To come out of retirement to play for Argentina when he was enjoying his retirement in Florida, where most people go to retire, can you blame him that he doesn't look quite as sharp or as fit? You cannot. I love this new Matt Crocker. He's probably the same guy who does Greg Berhalter and Jesse Marsh. He just changes it depending on the topic. We are really trying to do good. We want a Starbucks in the facility, no money. Let's see. Pete, I rarely receive a pre-announcement for your watch along. I don't know, man. I schedule them. Maybe you should have me on notification. I don't know how that works. Does anybody else get pre-announcement? Does anybody get a pre-announcement? There goes your bet, Pete. Wait, what bet? That Emi Martinez would make. What are you saying? I have Ener Valencia higher than. I have Ener Valencia, Emi Martinez higher than 3 saves. Messi, 1 goal or assist. Ener Valencia, 1 goal. It's not over. It's only half an hour into the game. What are you saying? Oh, another tackle. Oh. Yellow for Ener Valencia. Oh, you thought Valencia was coming out. I mean, he might come out, but okay, but also he sold that. Oh, he barely touched you. Get up. Get up. Do you prefer Chicago style pizza to New York style? Oh, hell no. Chicago style pizza is not pizza. I don't know why they keep calling it pizza. That's not pizza. That's pie. It's pie. It ain't pizza. And I don't like it personally. And I know some Chicagoans will be offended. Pete, did you see the MLS Soccer Amoeba article? No. Guys, anything coming out of MLSsoccer.com is drivel. It's drivel. Amoeba. What, Matt, the cat owner, Doyle, who's never played a game of soccer in his life, was a journalism major and then just got a job in soccer because when he got there, nobody else wanted to cover soccer. The guy knows absolutely nothing about soccer. Okay? He's a hipster. One of the very worst kind of hipsters who thinks they're better than everybody else because they have a fucking typewriter. So anything that he writes about in soccer is absolute drivel. Oh, Pete, you can't say that. That's a red flag. Yes, I can. All right, here comes Argentina down the right. That'll be out for a throw. All right, my support with Greg. Hopefully he continues. Thank you, Aaron Long is a big stick. Your trolling is a much-needed comic relief at this dark time. Oh, ball, through ball, out, goal kick. Goal kick. Plot twist, they fired Greg, but Berhalter is announced as the coach. Make hipsters great again. They were never great. They were never great. They were always annoying. Quasi-intellectuals. Come on, Ecuador. This game has been dull. Let's move it along here. Argentina starting to press. This has been a really slow-paced game. Can Ecuador? Ooh, nice ball for Ener Valencia, but Romero steps up. Argentina try to win it back. All right, 105 likes. Guys, there's 300 people watching. Let's get it up. Tack asked me on the chat, to ask me live on the chat to be a mod. Yeah, you're welcome to be a mod. So long as you don't, you can't have any spicy bias, though. That's the only thing. You can't be like, well, that was inappropriate, but it was spicy, so I kind of like it. Gatek Mital says Lionel Messi is the best. I think he was. I don't know if he is anymore. Definitely see how a year of retirement has slowed him down, for sure. All right, come on, Ecuador. Press them. Nashville has Shaq Moore. Best one-on-one U.S. defender. Oh, here comes Argentina. Oh, he's through. He's through. Blocked. Oh, well done. Oh, well done, Fernandez. Whew. Oh, that was close. Oh my God. Preciado just fell all over the place. Excellent block there. Excellent block. Well done. You all right, bud? You scared of the fireworks? Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. Winelkai says, Guys, stop spoiling stuff. Ah, terrible. Argentina goal, 1-0. 1-0 off the corner. Ecuador should have taken their chances. Lautaro Martinez with the goal. All right. Was it Lautaro? No, wait. No, it wasn't Lautaro. I'm sorry. It was not Lautaro. Okay, let me watch this again. Head it on, head in. Yeah, definitely a goal. Damn. Oh, what was the goalie doing inside the goal? It was Lisandro. Oh, jeez. We model our organization just like the Chicago Fire. All right, Argentina in the lead. Argentina in the lead. Shackamore is better than Nahuel Molina. Yeah, Ecuador was doing well, but you know what? They didn't finish the chances they had. You got to finish the chances you have, which they failed to do. And now what? Argentina's come back to punish them. Let me update the banner here. It's okay, bud. Don't worry. I'll hang with you. Okay? Just updating the banner. It's okay. You want to hang with Dad? Good boy. Lisandro Martinez in the 36th minute. All right, throw in. Free kick. Sarmiento with the foul? No, it was Hincapié. Eleven Yanks. Who would win in a fist fight between McKennie versus... Dude, McKennie, you wouldn't even need to touch McKennie. He'd fall over like a sack of potatoes. Just show him just show him a sign with the word accountability on it. And he'd go, oh, and he'd fall over. Rodrigo wouldn't even have to touch him. You okay down there, bud? You all right? It's okay. I know. He's starting to get scared from the fireworks. It's okay. It's all right. We got you. You're going to hang with Dad tonight. You're going to hang with Dad tonight. It'll be fine. Sumo wrestling, then Wes might have a chance. Yes. All right. 1-0 to Argentina. We're comfortable with Greg McKennie. Oh, gee. Man, these players really starting to piss me off. Like their love for mediocrity. And not just mediocrity, but like shithood. Their love for shithood. They all want to, they pull, all of them collectively pull an Amber Heard. And then they go, oh, yeah, well, you know, the person who was in charge when we did it, we're quite comfortable with him. Maybe they like shitting the bed. And so they're like, this is great. We get to keep Greg and shit the bed. Maybe it's a fetish. It clearly was for Amber Heard. This game turned me into an electric fan. Derek, have you heard anything more from your sources? about what's happening. I guess nothing's happening today because everybody's on holiday. So I'm guessing not much. Oh, get up! Our USSF motto is simple: mistakes management money. Yeah, don't watch the Pulisic documentaries. Pulisic. What? Also, like, why are they making a documentary about Pulisic? There's nothing interesting about him. Like, he has zero personality. You notice that about Pulisic? He always gives the most bland, vanilla answers, never says anything interesting. He's mostly sucking off Greg when he talks. What's the documentary going to say? Yeah, I got an apartment and, it's living here in Milan. It's been good and just really, getting used to the culture and the food. And, it's been great. And, I love the city. And my dad lived in Italy when I was younger. And so I feel like I have a connection to this town. And all the Milan fans have been great. All right. What do you like to do in your free time, Christian? Not much, really. I play some video games sometimes. And, I'm a pretty simple guy. I like to talk to my mom on the phone. It's pretty much it. Oh, here comes Argentina again. What was this? Completely mishit volley there. Oh, you teched. Oh, you teched. I have missed you. How is your boy Greg Berhalter doing these days? Remember how angry you used to get at us, you teched? It's been a while. It's been a while. And yet, we were right and you were wrong. So instead of going and hiding your head in shame, you're back here to talk more shit. What happened to shame? Nothing, clearly. Pete, do Jurgen Klinsmann reviewing the Pulisic documentary. He plays golf and loves Jesus. Yeah, that's pretty much it with Pulisic. What are the Ecuadorians? Did they say, were they shouting, get that money? Bro, what? All right, here comes Ecuador. They haven't created much. Ever since that Messi goal, it's been pretty quiet on the Ecuador front. Not Messi goal. Argentina goal. Poor Lisandro Martinez. I keep crediting his stuff to Messi. I'll be honest, I'm pretty boring, so I feel like I can relate to Pulisic. Yeah, but do you want to watch a documentary about nothing? Like, I'm not watching it. Like, if it was a documentary about Breck Shea, it might at least be interesting, even though he's never a great player. But at least it's a documentary about some player with some personality, right? Even Wes, probably more likely to watch a documentary. At least Wes is entertaining. Pulisic, I don't know. Like, anybody even care what he says? He's just such a boring dude. Great player, boring dude. He's one of those guys that, like, if he wasn't a soccer player, you wouldn't look at him twice. He's like nondescript would be the way to describe him. Canada, king of CONCACAF after making it to the semifinals. What semifinals? You haven't done shit yet. All right. All right. Enter Valencia took him down. Sparks are starting to fly. The game is coming to life slowly. Yawn. Canada, Panama final incoming. All CONCACAF final in the end. Who's Melton? All right, free kick for Argentina here. I mean, for Ecuador. You're trying to get the ball off of him. Wait, what is happening now? Oh, his girlfriend? Isn't she some golfer? Can you imagine, like, golf? Golf. I'm sorry. If you tell me you play golf, I don't know if we're going to, like, have anything to talk about. Because everybody I've ever met who plays golf is just so boring. You know? Like, there's a reason that it was a sport invented by old white Protestants. Like, golf? At least frisbee. I play frisbee. Get disc golf. At least that's more fun. You're not just like, lumber. You have to drive a little golf cart so that, God forbid, you don't walk more than a couple 100 meters in the sun. Ugh, got my golf cart here. Maybe I can have somebody carry my bags, too. Oh, all right. Gotta walk a few steps back to the golf cart. Let's rumble over to the next one. I just don't get it. All right, here they come. They played it short, Ecuador. Oh, come on. Oh, smashed into the midriff. He had the wind knocked out of him for sure. Yep, we've all been there. You got that ball smashed into your solar plexus. Alex Cassano says that hurts. Baseball is probably more boring than golf. They're equally boring. Equally boring sports. Woo! Come on, Pete. I watch golf when I need to sleep. You make business deals on the golf course. Yeah, that goes to show you. Any sport that you're not there for the sport, you're there for another reason, that should tell you it's not a sport. It is a pastime. It's like playing tic-tac-toe, like Matt Crocker did with Greg. Yes, we've seen the goal 100 times. You don't need to keep playing it. Why was the goalie inside the goal? We get it, Lisandro. You scored. Pipe down. Golf is the hardest sport. It's not a sport, guys. It is not a sport. If a sport has no athletic endeavor, you cannot call it a sport. It's not a sport. It is a pastime or a game, but it is not a sport. You never break a sweat. You never move faster than quarter of a mile an hour. It's not a sport. If you ride around, if you have transportation in the game itself, laying it down for Messi. Messi's been kind of anonymous in this game. If you have transportation, okay, vehicular transportation in the game itself, it is not a sport. Literally, of golf carts driving you around. Halftime. All right. What's up, buddy? Oh, the fireworks getting to you. Taco's getting a little scared. But Pete, not all sports requires running and sweating for your life. I think there should be some level of athletic endeavor in order to call it a sport. What about NASCAR and Formula One? Is that really a sport? I guess that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But those NASCAR drivers have to actually be fit. That's the difference. Golf players don't have to be fit. Garrett Coleman, how do you break a sweat playing golf? How? Unless it's like 102 degrees with 70% humidity. Yetect, I could do whatever I want. The mental stuff involved makes golf a sport. Okay, but then you could say chess is a sport because there's a lot of mental stuff involved in chess. You can say tic-tac-toe is a sport. You can say petanque is a sport, right? You can say Sudoku is a sport then. Hey, it's mentally very challenging. Let's bring Sudoku into the Olympics. What about the morning crossword in the New York Times? That requires mental challenge. Let's call that a sport. I didn't start playing golf until I was like 35 years old, but it has become one of my favorite things to do. Look, that doesn't mean golf is bad. It's a pastime. You can enjoy. Look, I play disc golf, frisbee golf. To me, it's not really a sport, but it's a very enjoyable pastime. It's a very enjoyable pastime. I'm not saying you can't enjoy it. It doesn't seem like something that I would enjoy, but it's definitely a challenging thing to do. That doesn't necessarily make it a sport. What about esports? No. No sport that you can play with your thumbs is a sport. Golf is more of a sport than darts. Yeah, I agree, Kelly. I agree with that. Played Out says, I might enjoy golf. I might play golf if I could avoid golfers. Bill Stabile. Pete is the next Gareth Bale. Oh, wow. Yes, I give up football for golf. Justin Thompson says, if McKenny can play soccer in the Copa, you don't have to be fit to play the highest level of soccer either. Fair point. Fair point. Drinking beer at the beach with Messi. Oh, is this the Messi ad for Ultra? Michelob Ultra. Pickleball. I've heard good things about pickleball. Have any of you played pickleball? I've never played it, but I've heard it's growing in popularity and it looks fun. The times that I've seen it, it's definitely looked fun. All right, let's take a look at the stats here. Halftime stats. We'll pull it up. So far, how has Paez played in this game? He's been okay, a little bit anonymous. He's had one or two good moments. He's been okay otherwise. Argentina versus Ecuador. All right, so Argentina with the halftime lead. Expected goals was 49 for Argentina, or 0.49, I'm sorry, and 0.5. So neither of them. That's funny because I kind of thought Ecuador's chances were better than Argentina's. I don't know why they're at 0.5 on the XG. Argentina clearly has possession, right? The possession metrics are 64 to 36. Other than that, big chances, about one each. I'd say it's been fairly even. The only difference is that Argentina finished their chances and they didn't, right? Ecuador didn't. So other than that, I think the game's been fairly even. You could even make an argument that Ecuador has actually played better than Argentina, especially in the opening 10 minutes. Yeah, Sarmiento was one-on-one with the keeper. Oh. Let's see. Thoughts on who's going to win? Stream all games? I don't know. Honestly, depending on how this stream did, how much interest there was. I know that TAC is going to do Brazil. I might do Argentina if there's real. The semifinal will be fun to do. Uruguay, Brazil is going to be the last real interesting one. You know, Colombia is going to play Panama. Come on, we all know who's going to win that one. So it's not going to be that exciting, I guess, is what I mean. I might wait for the semifinal, but I might do Germany-Spain tomorrow. How many of you are watching Germany-Spain? I might stream Germany-Spain tomorrow because that could be quite fun. That one could be quite fun. Man, Ecuador's goalie was like 3 feet into his goal. All right, you guys let me know. Or would you rather do France-Portugal? Would you rather? I'm gonna do one watch along probably. I can't do both. So you guys tell me, which one would you rather do? France-Portugal or Spain-Germany? France-Portugal or Spain-Germany? Let me know in the chat. And you better show up. I'm not going to set up the whole stream and do it if y'all don't show up. I wish I could watch, but stupid work. Kelly Rawlings says Germany. Jackson Z, why not both? Because believe it or not, doing a live watch along is exhausting. You try talking for 2 hours straight. It's not easy. More than 2 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes straight. It's not easy, especially doing it by yourself. So let me know which one you guys want to do. France, Portugal, or Spain, Germany. Earbud at work, says Played Out. Yeah. Do any of you work from home? You think Spain will win the Euros? I don't know. I think people are overrating Spain on one game, personally. Portugal, France will be a snooze fest. I kind of think so too, Justin. I kind of have that feeling. Let's do a poll. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Let's just do the poll. All right, start poll. Which Euro watch along should I do tomorrow? Spain, Germany, France, Portugal. There's your poll, dogs. There's your poll. I mean, to love CR7, but you need to do... No, my girlfriend actually doesn't care. She hasn't watched any of Germany's game. You guys remember Josie from the World Cup, who was on the channel, my friend Josie? She's also German. She's the one that, like, after a Germany game, we text about, because Nat does not care. Nat does not care in the slightest. I think I voted on your poll first because it was 100% Spain when I clicked on it. Let's see where it's at now. At the moment, it's 77% Spain and Germany. Whoa. 82 votes, and it's clearly Spain and Germany, guys. Spain and Germany is way more votes than France, Portugal. It's 78 now, 78 to 22. All right, so let's have a look at my underdog fantasy. I still do not have a goal. Messi didn't get the assist on the goal, right? As far as I remember. Let's take a look here. Did Messi get the assists? I don't think. No, it wasn't Messi. So, sadly, none of my picks yet. Now, Emiliano Martinez has made at least 2 saves, right? Let me see how many saves Emiliano Martinez has made here. Emiliano. Emi Martinez. He's made 1 save. What do you want? The one from Sarmiento. Damn it. Okay, we need at least 2 more saves for Emiliano Martinez then. And we need both Messi and Valencia to get either... Well, we need Valencia to get a goal and Messi to get a goal or an assist. All right, let's check in on this poll to see what you guys are asking for. So with 126 votes, 127 votes, it's currently 75% to Spain, Germany. Keep answering that poll. Keep answering that poll. We have 400 people in the chat right now and only 171 likes. Come on, guys. Get those likes up. If the USSF offered you the head coach job, but they would pay you minimum wage, would you take it? So the last thing you would ever want is me coaching the national team, because I don't think, unlike Greg Berhalter, I think that the national team deserves better than me. But what I would probably do then is I'd be like, hey, I'm not Greg Berhalter. So then what I'd do is I'd go hire some good assistant coaches to help me out. And, you know, I would tell Pulisic, no more free kicks for you. Put Gio. Honestly, I would make it a player-centric game. And I would focus on things like intensity and accountability, because that's what these players need. Yeah, exactly, guys. More people have voted in the poll than have liked the stream. Kind of a disgrace. Come on, guys. Come on now. Vic D says, glad you didn't lose your voice. You scared me on the Triple G meltdown on Monday. Yeah, I also scared my next door neighbor who complained about me at the hotel. I don't like the stream. Fair enough, Placata. Fair enough. Pete scaring the people. Yes, I was. All right, 1-0 1-0 up. Lisandro Martinez with the opening goal for Argentina. Terrible keeping, though. Terrible keeping. Don Garber, your hotel neighbor? Actually, it was Matt Crocker. When I see... There really hasn't been. Have you guys heard a lot of fireworks? I haven't really heard that many, to be honest. I haven't heard that many. I mean, it's not quite dark yet. It's only 7 here, so I guess that's understandable. But some of you guys on the East Coast, are you getting a lot of fireworks over there? Because usually there's a lot more fireworks than this on July 4th. You're hearing them now? It's like World War II here, huh? I don't know what happened to LA. LA, there's been very few fireworks. All right, guys, do you think that Ecuador can find the equalizer here? That is the question. Irvine, California. Really? In Irvine? I haven't heard anything all day. I mean, guys, I don't think setting off fireworks is a measure of how much you love your country. There's lots of ways. A lot of people don't do it because of animals. It does make it very tough for a lot of animals. Yes, I did see Klopp's 4th of July tweet. It wasn't a tweet, actually. It was an Instagram post. The timing is very interesting. The timing is very, very interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't set them off because, for an animal, it scares a lot of animals. A lot of dogs freak out, run away from home, get hit by cars, get lost, end up in shelters, getting euthanized. There's, birds flee their nests, rodents. It's just, I get it. I love fireworks myself, but I get why people wouldn't do it, right? I get PTSD from them. Yeah, for anybody in the military, July 4th is rough. A lot of PTSD. Jay Athens, haven't stopped since 8:30 here in Connecticut or Central Time, and my 4-month-old keeps waking up. Oh, dude, that's rough. Tyler says my cat gets scared. My barrio is like a war zone, says Nye Michaels. Pete, I got banned from your Discord server. Unknown Revival, I didn't ban anyone. I didn't ban anybody. I spend 0 time. Oh, second half is about to kick off. I spend 0 time on the Discord server unless I'm listening to people with their mics off. That's the only time I'm on the Discord server, is when we do call-in shows. My city is doing a drone show instead of fireworks. Interesting. But that many drones, how many drones are we talking? Because that many drones could get annoying very fast. Imagine if you had like 100 drones up ahead, how annoying that would be. So you don't ban people. I only ban people if they're like racist or homophobic or like threatening violence. I don't know. I'm not on Discord, guys. I only use it for call-in shows. I don't have time. I barely have time to be on Twitter and Instagram. Much less. Pete, off topic. I don't know if my girlfriend blocked me and she's mad. You don't know if she blocked you? What do you mean you don't know if she blocked you? Are your messages going through? You can usually see if your messages are going through. All right, so Ecuador on the ball now. We're in the second half. Blocked. Throw in around the halfway line. Bro, bring her a pie or something. Why are you so busy? I never see you in anything on TV or film. Well, believe it or not, I work at least once or twice a month on TV or film. There are lots of things that you have not seen, clearly. User says, on WhatsApp. No, not at all. She hasn't responded to me on her number. I spammed her. Well, that's your problem right there. What are you spamming her for? Did you do something to make her mad? Or are you being needy? Because girls hate that shit. When you start getting needy, hey, babe, why aren't you answering me? Babe? ... Question mark? This is getting ridiculous, babe. Oh, that is some beta male behavior. And I'm not saying you have done that. I'm just saying don't spam your girl. Say what you got to say, then leave her alone. Let her come to you. Life is so much better when you make your girl come to you. When you go chasing, never a good sign. Justin Thompson, ignore her for 2 or 3 days. She'll crawl back. There you go. There you go. Pete needs a relationship advice show. My relationship advice show would just be don't kick your wife like Greg Berhalter. I did, and I told her I had some jealousy. Oh, dude. Okay. All right. Did you get jealous? All right. Let's hear your story. What did you... Oh, shit. I forgot. Wait. Okay. I'm about 3 seconds behind with the clock. 3 seconds. That's when you bring her bread if you're needy. Oh, okay, Stephen. Pete, we need to write a book on chicks. Derek, your book is going to be about dating your stepsister. Let's see. I saw a dude say his sources say Klopp is a done deal. Yeah, that's silly. Placata. User, what did you do now? So wait, user, you got her. I did, and I told her I had some jealousy. I effed up. I mean, dude, getting jealous it's understandable. You can get jealous, but a little bit of jealous, girls don't mind because sometimes they try to make you jealous on purpose. But dude, honestly, girls I don't know if she tried to make you jealous on purpose or if like she was just talking to a friend and then you got jealous and needy. Generally speaking, the way I deal with a woman, even before Nat, was like, look, here I am. I think I'm a pretty swell dude. If you don't want me, if you think you can find better out there or something that's better for you, go for it. I'm not out here trying to persuade you to like me or to be with me. I think I bring a lot to the table, and you know what? There are a lot of fish in the sea. If you're not interested, you think there's better out there, I wish you the best of luck. I'll even pay for your bus ticket. Like, go for it. I ain't trying to convince nobody. And that is really the best way to deal with women, because when women have too high of a sense of value and they think they've got you in their pocket and you'll do anything for them and that you absolutely need them, then they don't respect you. And if a woman doesn't respect you, she will never love you. That's just the truth. Oh, come on, Ecuador. Her friend pranked me and I kind of got emotional that day. Then I got jealous because she was staying over at his house along with her friend's mom. Wait a minute. So she's your girlfriend. This is starting to sound like a very questionable story. I don't know if this is even true. I got emotional. Then I got jealous because she was staying over at his house. Okay, wait. How old are you and how old is your girlfriend? And is this a gay friend? Because if she's like flirting and staying over at his house, wait, what? With his mom? What are you, like 12? I'm so confused. You're 21. How old is your girlfriend? How old is this friend that she's staying over with? Oh, man. Bad foul. Okay, so you're 21. It sounds like stuff Greg would say. Yeah, he might be. This might be bait for sure. This might be bait. I think it's bait. It sounds like bait for sure. Doesn't sound real. Oh, wait. Is Caicedo out? Oh, no. He's the one that made the foul. Oh, shit. Some of that looks... Romero looks like he's exaggerating that a little bit. Caicedo too, both of them. Yeah, 21. If you're 21, guys, and he's sleeping over at the house of another dude who's just a friend, that's very questionable. Very questionable. But I have a feeling your story is starting to sound like a soap opera. So, yeah, sorry. Nick Kruger says, I feel like Spicy Jeff would be a good romance advisor. Maybe so. Hey, Derek, Derek, you want to hop on? You want to hop on, then you can help give advice. You probably have more experience with women than I do, seeing as you're 52 or whatever it is. The dude got injured badly in an accident. Whoa. This story's getting weirder. Is she like giving him sponge baths? Is that what's going on? Sponge baths for her male friend, and then you're getting jealous and needy because she never gives you a sponge bath? Jeez. It's getting weird, man. It's getting weird. But again, you have to not give a shit. I know that's easier said than done. But like, if you're getting all needy, then she's doing it to try to make you jealous on purpose, or she's not going to respect the fact that you're getting jealous. Like, even if she is, like, okay, let her go. Let her go. Show her you got a life. Show her you got options. If you're there WhatsApping her, hey, you never give me sponge baths. Who is he? Is he really just a friend? I don't know. Feels weird. Derek, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. Placata says, Derek's hairy grandpa chest would be more interesting than this fake story. This is too weird to not be true. John has a point. It is a little out there to not be true. She also gave his friend the Octowa special. No big deal. I mean, on the off chance that it is true, the best thing you can do right now is like, don't keep spamming her. Go on and live your life. Give her a couple of days. Let her reach out to you next. But I will say, if she's out there staying over with her male friend and she's your girlfriend officially, questionable. Questionable. Derek, I'm sending you the link. All right. Free kick here for Argentina. Wow, really got sidetracked with that story, huh? Any of you listen to the Bill Burr podcast? He does have the like Bill Burr's advice section, and sometimes people write in the wildest stuff. Sometimes I listen to it and I'm like, yeah, that's not real for sure. All right, let's see. Derek, I'll send it in the group with Tactical Manager and Adam and Straight Red. So hop on if you want. It's been kind of a dull game, I have to say. Now, this is the content we came for. This sounds like a fake Bill Burr story. Exactly. Monday Morning Podcast. That's the one. If you want a good comedy, my two favorite comedy podcasts are the Monday Morning Podcast by Bill Burr or the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday Morning Podcast. And also Tim Dillon. I really like Tim Dillon. All right, clearance. This game is scrappy as hell. Not entertaining at all. He's the Greg Berhalter of USMNT YouTube. Why is that? Oh, through ball. Can he get there? Romero. Oh, what a terrible clearance. Corner for Ecuador. Can you answer my super chat? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss one here? Is Jay Berhalter helping Triple G keep his job? I don't know. Honestly. Could be. I mean, MLS, it's hard. I don't really know what's going on. But we know there's collusion between U.S. Soccer and MLS, for sure. Oh, my God. Is that a penalty? No? Nkapie looked like he was pushed there. Was that a penalty? Ref says no. All right, Ecuador with the corner here. Come on, Ecuador. Oh, straight at Emi Martinez. Caught it too easily. 11 Yanks. Why are you ignoring me? How am I ignoring you? What did you say? Did you have a super chat or something that I ignored? Not seeing the link. Hang on. Oh, weird. It said it failed to send. Let me send it one more time. All right, you should see it now, Derek. Sirius says, USMNT needs to fire Berhalter. I'm starting to hate bald-headed managers like Ecuador for no reason. Oh, God. Derek. All right, here's a good one for you, Derek. Would you rather date your celebrity crush? Oh, we can't hear you, Derek. We can't hear you. Or at least I can't hear you. You got to fix your audio. We can't hear you.
I know. I don't. Okay. I'll be
there
back.
We go. Wait, we can hear you now. Wait.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I get that delay. Like you plug in the plug, and for whatever reason, the laptop's like, oh, shit, he just changed things. Let me think about it for a sec.
Yeah.
Celebrity crush. We're watching U.S. men's national team winning the World Cup. At my age, I'll take the World Cup at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a celebrity crush. I'm trying to think. There are celebrity women that I kind of like. Eva Green, Shakira, Salma Hayek, Alexandra Daddario. Okay. Ooh, now the penalty for Ecuador. Oh, shit.
What time are you at? Okay, I'm ahead of you.
I'm at 59. Okay.
So I won't spoil anything.
Don't spoil it. The chat is already spoiling it for me. So I just don't look at the chat when this happens.
You think about
Let me see if is this a legit penalty?
Who cares? We'll take it.
I mean, we'll take it.
Shit.
Oh, well, his arm was kind of out. Oh, yeah, Sydney Sweeney. That's a good shout. Sydney Sweeney for sure. You know who Sydney Sweeney is, Derek?
I don't. Most of my crushes were back when I was a kid. So most of those women.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Are really, really old now. Like,
okay. So are they not attractive now that they're old?
They're older than me.
Oh,
so what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. So when you're in your 50s, are you attracted then to like other women in your 50s, or are you still attracted to women in their 20s and 30s, or both?
What do you think?
I don't know. I've never been in my 50s before. I mean, I can see like you still being attracted to like a 25-year-old, but maybe not wanting to date them because of the gap. Might be difficult to talk about anything.
Right. I mean, let's just get this clear. I'm not dating anybody ever again. I'm done with that crap altogether.
Nobody, huh?
Right. And it's mostly because, beyond 40, I don't know, men age, not me in particular, but most men age better than women do. I'm just being honest here. They do.
He's like, not me in particular.
Well, I'm going to shave this beard off, by the way.
Oh, yeah? When?
That's
going to be weird.
I have some important meetings I need to go to, so I'm going to have to shave them off.
You got to do a stream with it, shave, for sure.
And, I'm going to look like 10 years younger. I'm telling you right now. People are going to be like, where's Santa Claus? Thought he was on this show. Who's this guy? They're not going to notice me. Or they're not going to be able to recognize me, I guess. Okay. Oh, boy. Where are you? 61.
I'm at 61-21.
All right, I won't say anything.
Caicedo. Or is it Valencia? It's Valencia taking it. Why is he taking so long? Let's go. Come on. Oh, post! Oh, yeah. No, he missed it. Oh, fuck.
Yep, you did.
That was their chance.
What a bummer.
I was kind of hoping Argentina would get knocked out.
Oh, man. I wanted to at least see a shootout. As much as shootouts suck for the players and everybody else,
It sucks when you're invested. When you're not particularly invested, it's just fun.
Yes, I'd agree with that completely. By the way, just another recommendation to dudes looking to meet women, by the way.
Yeah.
Be in a band for 20
Be in a
years.
band. There you go. Well, what if you're not musically inclined?
Well, then you're fine. I mean, I don't know what other thing you could do.
Be funny. I mean, you know how many comedians get laid? And comedians are typically ugly.
I mean, being funny is an absolute prerequisite anyhow.
Yeah.
You gotta have a sense of humor.
For sure.
Unless
If we can make a woman laugh,
yeah.
that's, you know.
Unless you want to go out with Betty Crocker types or whatever.
Yeah.
Who are
What do you think Betty Crocker's kink is?
Which Betty Crocker are we talking about?
I mean, do you know that people are spamming? They're like at the real Betty Crocker on Twitter.
Yes, they are, and they must be.
Can you imagine? She's probably so confused.
What is going on?
What is happening? Who's this Greg Berhalter guy?
What is this soccer thing they're talking about? We do baking here. Well, Betty, it's your great-great-grandson. That's who we're pissed at.
Exactly.
I doubt they're related, but I think it is hilarious that people are doing that. And for the most part, most people riding JT Batson today were pretty good. There was some name calling. You know, we told them to be professional and, you know, not make any like physical threats to JT, and because we don't believe that's going to be very helpful. But a few name callers out there, and I get it. They're upset. But if you're going to at JT Batson or reply to one of his posts, you know, just make your argument. That's all I say.
So articulate for me what your sources are saying now. That, like, is it more likely that Greg gets fired than it was 48 hours ago? What are you hearing? Are you hearing anything? I don't know. I have sources, but I don't know what you've heard recently.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that nothing's changed for the most part, except that everybody that works at U.S. Soccer, except for at one point Betty Crocker, they all felt pressure. There's some serious stress going on in the building. And then Betty Crocker, who's not on any social media for the most part, wasn't really aware how bad it was until he arrived. Now, they called him and said, get your ass over here. This is not going to be good. We need to talk about this. He was not, as Eric Winaldo put it, happy to come back, come to the United States. That's actually the first time I realized he doesn't have a place here. That's insane.
But also, you're the sporting director. How were you not at the Uruguay game? With so much at stake. What? You went home? What's wrong with him?
Yeah, and he was going to the Euros games.
Fuck that guy.
Not our games. You're at the Euros?
Yeah,
That's freaking weird, man. And so, yeah, it was plainly laid out to him, you know, how serious things were. That's what I'm hearing. But right now, he doesn't want to budge. He thinks it's too Crocker. I was told it's really down to Crocker in the end. And so far, he's holding his ground and saying this is knee jerk. That's what I'm hearing.
Knee jerk. We got knee jerk. Copas. How is this knee jerk?
That we're overreacting from, one bad performance. One bad performance.
Oh my God. It has been 6 years of bad performance.
Oh my God.
Did Greg give him a blowjob in the interview or something? Like what?
Well, it's kind of funny because I was talking with Eric Winaldo about this too, and he was saying, that the hiring was done solely by Crocker and that Sportsology didn't agree with the hire, right? But they still use Sportsology's methodologies to hire Greg Berhalter.
But weren't the data points like, are you
tests.
Greg Berhalter?
Well, there was apparently a battery of tests, right? Which is so fucking ridiculous. It's like, listen, my name's Jose Mourinho. Here's my fucking resume. My work. If you want to hire me or not. I'm not sitting here for 3 hours of mental battery tests. It's so ridiculous. Look at the resume.
No wonder nobody wanted to hire him in England. Can you imagine if you tried that shit in the UK?
I heard it. Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They would
I
laugh
heard-
you out of the pub.
I,
Oh! Messi almost scored.
I heard a couple people refuse to take it.
Yeah, I don't blame them. What
They were
idiot. So
I
that's
gotta-
interesting because that actually lines up with something I heard from a news source, but I don't really trust my news source yet. So the fact that they're saying that matches up with what you're saying and what Winalda's saying, I kind of wonder now if they might be right.
And I think everything I just said that Winalda and I talked about in private, he's also said publicly. So I don't think I'm revealing anything like too dramatic there. I mean, the part at the end, not the part at the beginning. That's a different person.
So, okay. So as it stands, most of the board was going, God, this is bad. Like, does Crocker not think that the fans are like, did he not see the statement from all three fan groups, from the media? Like, is he not clued in to what's happening at all?
No, he's not on social media at all. At all. So he doesn't see any of it. The only thing he didn't even see like all the mainstream press stuff yet.
What an idiot.
His mind's been somewhere else during the Euros for whatever reason. I find that just completely wacko that we had to fly his ass over here in an emergency situation to discuss this. And as you, I think, have heard as well, some sparks flew at that meeting.
Yeah.
There was some screaming. There was some yelling. It got ugly. I don't know. My only guess is that they were trying to impart some reality onto Crocker and say, listen, this is not good, man. This is as bad as it's ever been.
Yeah. This is the worst moment since Cuba, for sure.
And at least Bruce had the dignity to just say, because they were like, no, you got to get ready for friendlies. Is Bruce like, friendlies? Friendlies? Like, I'm out. I'm out, dude. I failed. I failed. I'm gone. I'm done. That's dignity.
Who would be responsible for firing Crocker? Can't the board vote him out? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So at this point, they might need to say to Crocker, listen, if you keep Greg, you're fired. The problem is now that they've got to pay Crocker's salary and Greg's salary and a new coach's salary.
Yep. Well, and the other problem is when Crocker made the move to hire Greg, the board had to approve it. And only one member on the board, and I can't tell you who that is.
No, but that was they also said that in the press conference that one person voted against Greg.
Correct.
So now, at least though, the board has seen the error of their ways, it sounds like.
Well, I think some of them have for sure. Yes. There's some panic.
So what I heard
but you need a majority of panic is what I'm saying.
Right. But so is this solely Matt? So what I'm hearing is that a lot of board members feel like, well, maybe Greg deserves to stay, but that's beyond the point. The reality is there's too much pressure to keep him. And so from a commercial perspective, we need our donors and our sponsors and our fans to like have belief in us. And so whether or not we want him to stay or whether he deserves to stay from a sporting perspective, everybody has turned on him and this is going to be bad. How Crocker cannot see that is mind-boggling to me.
Somebody put his Alex Calabrese, your guy's source. His mom works at US Soccer. He's not mine.
I have multiple sources. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. I have 5 to 8 sources that I have.
That's more than I got.
Over the years. Some more reliable than others, I will say. That's the problem.
I have a committee member, and I shouldn't even say this. Forget it. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, don't get your source in trouble, whatever you do.
I mean, there's lots of committees, so I almost said it. I almost came out of my mouth like a dummy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the good news is this is the most pressure, but what my people tell me is you guys got to keep up the pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too.
Because
I'm hearing that they're hoping that the pressure might die down and people might not worry so much.
If this tournament ends and everything goes quiet, I'll assume everyone has forgotten and moved on.
Yeah.
But they're not going to. This is universal now, practically. Nobody wants Greg to be the coach. Nobody wants a guy who's the player's best friends to be the coach. That's like, and nobody's saying we need to hire a tyrant. Okay. I saw poor my cousin who's on this show, Carly Lloyd, get pummeled for saying, hey, you don't need to love your coach.
You don't need to like your coach. Yeah, she's right.
You
In
don't.
fact, it's sometimes better if you don't.
Exactly.
Especially with these entitled brats. I got to say, a lot of these players, I'm really disappointed. I heard that Adams and Pulisic were on the phone with Crocker today endorsing Greg.
Jesus. Of course.
Like, what?
Oh, well,
here's the problem that I don't think Crocker understands, and he's not involved in the commercial side of things, right? He's the sporting director.
Right.
If that friendly against Canada or New Zealand opens and there's nobody in the stadium,
just the wind blowing.
I mean, there's never going to be nobody. A bunch of casuals will still go. But what if it's 5,000 people?
Yeah, it'll be bad. And I think because JT Batson's job is money. He's not a soccer guy.
Right.
He's there for the money.
Tried to convince us he was because he coached youth soccer once. Like, shut the fuck up. He's not a soccer. He is a nerd, app developing nerd if I've ever seen one. Like, if I was in central casting and they were like, we need to cast an app developer in, the Bay Area. And JT Baxton walked into the audition room, I'd be like, that's your guy right there.
Yep. And he'd have a hard time getting through his lines because he'd say, like, I'll read this, Patrick McCune, $4.99, or not American in charge, USSF, no pride or respect. That's how he talks. You're telling me that guy could have been, because they always say, oh, we were so lucky to get JT Batson. He could have been a CEO of a major corporation, but instead he picked U.S. Soccer.
That's horseradish. I'm sorry.
But they said it in the press release when he was hired. It's such a joke. Cindy Parlacone said it on stage. That's what she said. We are so lucky to have this.
Remember how they told us how sophisticated their processes were?
They're
such a sophisticated process.
They're so sophisticated. They got to hire sportsology. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So sorry, you were saying so Batson's a money guy.
He's the money guy. So he's the big concern. The argument seemed to be between Batson, a couple board members, and Crocker, who seemed quite half unaware of what was going on when he arrived on plane.
How does he not understand that getting grouped at Copa America? Like, does he think Americans don't care?
He thinks it's okay. Here's the thing. This is the crazy thing. He thinks this is all part of a process. He talks like Greg.
Oh, God.
This is what I am told. This is why they mind meld so well together. He uses the same language. These are steps towards the ultimate goal of 2026. And if that means there's some bumps in the road, and I quote, we're just going to have to go past them. But right now, Greg's still his dude, as far as I understand it, unless you've heard differently, and I haven't.
Oh, boy. So, guys, moral of the story is keep up the pressure. Keep tagging the sponsors. Email Matt Crocker. I put his emails, both of them.
I did too. Yep.
I put them on the show. If anybody needs them, I'll put them up again for you. Okay? Yep. Send this fucker emails to both his co.uk one, but mainly his U.S. Soccer one. Call U.S. Soccer. They're not going to pick up the phone, but leave a voice message. Make it angry. Make it loud. Don't be abusive, but express and be clear about the consequences. That's the shit they really hate. If you retain Greg, whatever you choose,
I won't go to games anymore.
I'm not going to games. I'm not buying
watching games. Yeah,
I'm not watching. And then go to your social media and tag those sponsors. Mario Pensotti wants you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in the chat. I'm going to pin in the chat the 2 emails for Matthew Crocker. This clown show. Yeah. Let me pull it up here. So we have first mcrocker@ussoccer.org. So let me just type that in.
So have you ever read that Sunderland document that Matt Crocker helped?
Sunderland or Southampton?
Southampton. Damn it.
No, I haven't.
You should go read it because, okay, maybe that works for a club team. It's very mathematical. It's extremely methodical. Their whole approach to building that team. I mean, look at where they are now, though. It's didn't work out well, did it? In the end, because
No.
Matt lost his job. Betty lost his job there. That's the mentality they're bringing into this. It's methodical. It's mathematical. It's so super structured. It is void of human emotion. It might as well be an instruction manual for how to build your own computer. That's what it is. It's that kind of crappy. So it's online. I think it's still PDF still out there. You can still find it. In fact, U.S. Soccer boasted about it at one point and put up a link to it.
Idiots.
This is like, when they were they had just hired Matt Crocker, had that photo up of him and one of the players or whatever in a barn. What? A photo of Matt Crocker in a barn. Okay, that was weird.
So, guys, this is his emails here. mcrocker@ussoccer.org. That's the main one, but it doesn't hurt to send it to his personal one also. Matthew Crocker, 1974 at hotmail.co.uk. Call US Soccer and tag the sponsors on social media. That's when these fucks really start getting nervous, okay?
Yes.
That's when they start getting nervous. When the sponsors start very close. Penalty?
Now you can say, someone set up in the chat, it's a model. Yes, 'tis a model, but the model in no place talks about gut feelings, or because that's really important in soccer. You can have a player on your team, maybe not the most skilled player. Let's take Maloney, for instance, but he's got intangibles. And as a coach, your gut feeling tells you that guy's got to be on the pitch at Heidenheim. So, and what's his role and how does it fit? And how do I shape my team? Because he needs to be on the field. He's a leader. So it doesn't take anything like that into account. And the expressions of leadership are very like old school, early 2000s building professional learning communities garbage, which is basically, we're all equal here. The leadership council has just as much power and say as Greg does. But Greg handpicks the leadership council.
Exactly.
So how does that work? I mean, this is just, it's crap is what it is. Oh, sure. I'm glad you all built a common mission, vision, values, and goals together. Actually, they didn't. The vision is all Greg's. We're going to change the way America views soccer. So in some cases, it's not really a true, honest, good to honest learning community like W. Edwards Deming wrote about back in the 70s and 80s. If you don't know who that is, he's the guy who rebuilt Japan's economy after World War II using this philosophy. It just doesn't work in sports.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It doesn't work in sports. Business philosophy doesn't work in sports. Sports is about heart, grit. Yes, there's some organization to it. There's process to it. Yes, you can have a model, but you got to, in the end, it's blood and guts.
So Matt Poliquin says, proud of this community, making our voices heard. Yeah, and do not stop, guys. Do not stop. Make sure Matt Crocker especially knows how bad this is going to be. And again, go after those sponsors. I'll say them again. Tag them on Instagram. Tag them on Twitter. Whatever social media you're on. It's Volkswagen. It's Nike. It's Truly. It's Allstate. And
Michelob.
Yeah, Michelob Ultra. That's another one. Michelob. Michelob. It's AT&T, Allstate, Nike, Truly, Michelob, and Volkswagen. Those 6. Go after them. Tell them how unhappy we are. Tell them it's hurting your brand. I don't know. Did anybody buy a Truly today on July 4th? I hope not.
I hope not.
I have AT&T. That's my phone provider. If they keep Greg, I'm going with something else.
Switch.
I'm going to go with like Verizon, or what do you have? What's good?
I use Verizon. Yep. And it's good. It's just expensive. This warning.
How expensive? How much do you pay per month?
Let me see. What was my last one?
Or unlimited?
About $100.
Yeah, I pay more than that. So
do you? Oh well, Christ. Switch
yeah,
for sure.
I will happily switch.
Yeah, it's a little over $100, and of course, it's been going up. $10 a year forever, but You can go in and complain and threaten to leave, and they'll give you some special discount deal. It's what I do with cable every year. I call Xfinity and I'm like, yeah, I'm cut. I need to cut the cables. They're like, well, wait, sir. Wait, sir. What do you mean you're going to cut? Yeah, I don't need cable anymore. Okay. Oh, can we give you like a bonus, like a deal? Every year I have to do that, go through the same game. Or the price goes back up. Too ridiculous shit. And I don't even know why I have Xfinity anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not over. My gut instinct is Greg is still gone.
Yeah, I want to share that instinct with you because I want it so much to be true. So, but right now my gut's kind of empty of like, okay, how does this all work out in the end? I don't know. I wish I knew. But if we keep screaming loud enough, I'm being told it will finally be too much.
Yeah.
So we just got to keep the pressure on. That's what I'm being told. Keep the pressure on.
That's what I'm hearing too. Do not forget. They're hoping over a week or two, maybe a good Olympic showing might calm some of the furor. Stay strong, hold the line, make sure you do not make the pressure relentless. They need to feel it. I want these guys to not be sleeping at night, feeling this pressure until they make the right decision. Because we're not asking for much.
Right.
We're asking a Cuva-level disaster coach to be fired. We're not asking to clear the board, right? We're not asking for much. We're asking that an absolute miserable failure of a coach and piece of shit human being finally get fired. No, it's true. I'm sorry. If he had any dignity, if he had a shred of dignity in his body, he would have resigned by now. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the wife kicking. I'm sorry.
I get it. No, I get it. I mean, that's one thing we talked about in our last show. It's like, this isn't personal. I don't hate Greg.
It's personal for me at this point.
It's just I hear it, but it's like, it's not personal for me. It's just, I know bad when I see bad, and it's time for shit to go. In fact, I've known it's been bad for so long. It makes me more irritable, obviously, but I'm one of those hipsters, man. I don't feel hate.
Here's why it's personal. I have to cover this team. I don't want to cover this team for 2 more years with Greg Berhalter. I care about this team. It's stressing me out having Greg Berhalter in charge. I'm not enjoying it. I feel like awful every time I have to watch this team play, watching Berhalter ball. So it is personal for me. It's gone beyond just like he's not the right guy for this team. It's like it's actively ruining my life.
No, I mean, it's personal for me existentially, in the sense that it makes my life suck, right? Transcendentally, I mean, he's just a human being. He's not Hitler or anything. So,
well, I'm not saying we should guillotine him. I'm just saying fire his ass.
All right, Robespierre.
Although I gotta say, I do love the French. We've all been there at some point where it's like, can we just get the ruling class all out and just guillotine them? Like, you're not actually going to do it. You know what I mean? But like, sometimes you look at our governments and you're just like, what is going on? And you kind of understand, right? You're like, I kind of get why the French were like, fuck it, get them all.
I know. The only problem was Robespierre took it too far, and pretty soon he was just hacking off heads of his political enemies.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's always the problem, right? Is power.
It always goes too far.
So even when you have a revolution, now whoever's in power, if they have too much power, now they're corrupt too. That's the problem with human beings.
Yeah.
Power corrupts.
Have you ever seen the movie Danton?
Danton? No.
Danton. It's a French movie.
Oh, Danton.
Danton. I recommend it. It's for free. I think you can watch it for free on YouTube or wherever else. It's a really great movie. It's with the French actor, the famous French actor with the big ass nose. And Danton was once a Robespierre ally, but he was getting sick of the guillotine. He was like, this is enough. I mean, now we're just killing everybody. This is crazy. They're not even, the people that were in power anymore. It's just anybody that opposes us or has a bad word to say about us, we're just chopping off their head. So Robespierre did what? He chopped off Danton's head.
Yeah.
And Danton was probably the second most powerful person in the French government at that time, or most influential, I would say. Gerard Depardieu. Thank you, Alex Casanovas. Yeah, great actor. Gerard Depardieu as Danton. Great movie, 1990, somewhere around there. And if you're interested about his history and you want to know more about the French Revolution, that's a good movie to watch.
Yeah.
But anyhow, getting back to chopping off heads, I mean, of course, metaphorically, it's just been really obvious to so many of us for a long time that Greg needs to go. Come on, Ecuador. And, Max's recent show. Oh, my God. Have you seen that? Max Bretos' recent show?
Max Bretos' show?
His most recent one.
No, I don't watch Max Bretos. I'm not saying you guys can't watch it. All right. You can watch it. I'm just saying that me personally, Pete, I don't watch that show. Let me be very clear so I don't hurt anybody's feelings. Go ahead, though.
If the establishment's the enemy, you have to keep your eye on the enemy. And I'm not saying Max.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not saying Max is my enemy, because he's not. We are friends. I just disagree with him constantly.
I disagree with him on almost everything he says.
And we fight it out, dude, on messages and texts and on the show. And now he's saying, oh, well, all of you guys that have been calling for Greg's head since day one. Nobody called for Greg's head at day one.
I did.
Well, I didn't. I was like, all right, listen, I'll give anybody a chance. All right. It's not like Brett and I were immediately going, this guy's a pile of poo. But it didn't take long for us to figure out, well, this is not working. This isn't good. This isn't getting better. Look at the players he's picking. And then he got better at picking players, and it still didn't really get that much better.
It got worse, arguably.
Yeah. Exactly. So he said that there weren't enough MLS players on this U.S. men's national team. And he said that let me list the players he said should be on the team. Aaron Long, Walker Zimmerman should have been on the team. Jordan Morris, Roldan. Yeah, dude. So we're picking his ass apart on Monday. We're posting that show up, and we're clipping all the clips, and we're playing all the parts. And I'm sorry, Max, but man, you can't say things like this. And he's even said on the show, I know I'm going to get torched for this. Well, yes, you're being an MLS. Not only that, it's such obvious MLS shilling.
Yeah.
And he's everybody knows, if you don't know, he works for MLS. It's like listening to Matt Doyle. You're not going to get anything but a pro MLS commentary from Matt Doyle. He's paid to be a show.
Yeah. So. And that's the difference, right? Like, I don't always agree with Jake, for example. But guess what? Jake, as far as we know, not being paid by anybody to have those opinions.
No, and he's
a little different.
And he's fine. Oh! I don't want to blow it for you.
Okay, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. Hey, Jake is even off with Berhalter's head now.
Yeah, everybody has turned against Greg, even people who passionately defended him. Okay, wait. So Ecuador has the ball. So either Argentina wins it and score, or Ecuador scores.
I'm not saying anything. Not saying anything. Don't look at the chat either.
Free kick. I'm not looking at the chat. Ecuador still has it.
Chat's blocked.
How far behind am I?
40 seconds.
Oh! Go!
Yes!
Let's go!
We got a game on our hands, baby. Woo.
Oh my God! Sorry, Taco.
Oh, American Auto says you totally blew it, Derek. I didn't. I stifled myself.
So here you're saying, please make sure people understand they need to be diplomatic when pushing for Berhalter to be ousted. Do not tell USSF they are incompetent. No, you can tell them they're incompetent. That's professional. Guys, don't swear at them and don't make it personal. Don't make it personal, right? Don't say Triple G is a bad golfer. Just, keep it like we don't want him. And again, just be clear about the consequences. That's the most important thing. If you rehire Greg, this will be my response, right?
Right. That's exactly it. Keep it as professional as you can. I know you're upset and angry, just like we are, but don't come at them with like you're a dumb or whatever. Oh yeah, I
Right.
blanked out the wrong word. But don't do that. Don't call them names. They're just gonna totally disregard you if you do that. But if you're like, listen, I take my kids to the games, or
Yeah.
I've been watching every US soccer game for the last 10 years. In my case, like 35 years. I've watched almost I've missed like 2 games in 35 years.
Yeah.
So, when my letter went out to Matt, my email, it said, listen, dude, I've been doing this for 35 years. I've written for 5 major websites. I'm a longtime journalist that covered this sport during Bruce's reign and during Bob Bradley's reign. And I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah.
And you got to change this. Make it your own personal story if you're going to do the email thing. If you're doing X and social media, don't get nasty. Like no name calling or no threats.
I mean, you can make threats, but make them realistic threats.
Right. Not physical threats. Right.
Yeah. No physical threats. Threaten to boycott. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a totally acceptable threat.
Right.
And also, like you said, put your own style on it. Personally, I'm also going to mention my channel. I'm going to be like, this is Pete from 11 Yanks. I have a channel with 20,000 subscribers. I see a lot of passion. And I'll be honest, over the last year or two, I've seen a lot of people quit on this team. People who were excited about this young generation really lost a lot of interest. And I can't blame them. I can't blame them. I don't blame them at all because I'm the same. It's happening to me. If you bring Greg back, a lot of people are going to stop caring about this team at all. And that means money in your pocket that's going to go away.
Right.
Did they disallow the goal? Why is there a goal check?
I don't know. Let's see. Do you want me to tell you early if it was disallowed or not? They're still talking about it now, and I'm 50 seconds ahead of you.
No, don't tell me if it's disallowed.
Okay.
But what was wrong with it?
I'm not sure. What's that guy offsides and got in the way of the goalkeepers? What they're checking?
This feels like it's rigged for Argentina, huh?
I know the future, Pete. So I'm gonna wait for you to catch up. By the way, I did add a GIF to my email to Matt Crocker.
A GIF or a gift?
A GIF, GIF.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Or a GIF. It was a hot dog that was standing erect, slowly become flaccid.
That's very appropriate.
I said, this is what's happened to me, Matt.
All right, 1-1. We are going to penalties, huh? I love this. I hate the extra time, man. The extra time kind of, because it just gets nervy and nobody scores in extra time anyways.
Yeah, everybody plays really conservatively.
Yeah, if they're real conservative, it gets boring and everybody's too exhausted at that point. They end up going to penalties anyway. So why not just get it over with?
I know, I get you, but I feel like there's almost something amateur hour to it. It bugs me a little because Euros has the extra time. But, I get it. I like the excitement of penalty kickoffs as a neutral, as you said.
Yeah, as a neutral, it's fun.
Right. Even though I'm pulling for Ecuador in this one for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Don't send us your Messi hate. The firecrackers are taming down here.
Is it bad?
It was like World War III out there from like 8 to 10.
I haven't heard much here in LA, but to be fair, it's not dark yet. So,
well, I don't think a lot of people in LA care about 4th of July.
yeah, people are too self-absorbed in this town to celebrate a holiday.
They got their own things to do, like go to a Barbra Streisand fundraiser or whatever.
Right. We'll probably see what Betty Crocker's up to. Oh my God! Oh, how do you miss that?
I know.
Oh, Caicedo.
I was pretty good.
Caicedo, right? This is his brother.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Greg, says Carl Kurtz. GMO says no American in charge of USSF equals no pride or respect. No, because a lot of Americans were in charge before and they were awful. There's competent people and there's idiots. And Crocker is the latter.
I mean, there are competent people that have slip-ups. Like Bob Bradley's a super competent guy. Did he have bad games? Yes. Did he generally fix it? For the most part. Did he have a worst player pool to work with? Absolutely. And I know somebody mentioned the other day, rehire Bob Bradley. Bob Bradley hates U.S. soccer.
First of all, that was me. And I was not saying to rehire him. I said, I don't think he's the guy we should rehire, but I'll tell you what, if anybody would hold these players' feet to the fire, it'd be Bob Bradley.
Yeah, Bruce would too, even though Bruce would never take this job again. And nor would Bob Bradley. Bob Bradley has not ever forgiven U.S. soccer for firing him for what he says are just out of the blue behind his back.
He lost one game, really.
Yeah. I mean, he lost some others too. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, he got out of his group at the World Cup and lost to Ghana, right? In extra time.
Right. But nobody was calling for his head.
No. So it was the Gold Cup final. That's really when he got fired.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And that's really because Gulati had been trying to line up Klinsmann for like at least 3 years.
Yes.
At that point. And finally Klinsmann's like, all right, sure. You give me lots of power and control and pay me a big fat check and I'll do it. And we did.
All right.
But both of those guys could make, like Bob Bradley, fire up a team. He could fire up a team. Yeah. Bruce Arena, fire up a team. Klinsmann, the players did not like Klinsmann, but because he was really strict with them and he had favorites and they didn't like that. But you know what? You don't have to like your coach.
Yeah.
He was also very bad with tactics, but you know.
Yeah, we all know he was terrible with tactics. But to tell you what, he never let the players drop their level in a game.
No.
In terms of intensity and aggression, I mean, step on their toes is literally the like.
Oh yeah.
You know.
When have you ever heard
tagline of his tenure?
When have you ever heard Berhalter say that? Like, did you see the stat list that we were the least aggressive team in the whole tournament?
Yep. And then they're like, "Oh, we will run through a brick wall for Greg." Really? Because you didn't.
It sounds like they just ran through a shower for Greg. That's about it. Not a brick wall, a shower.
Like they ran into a wall and then like died on the ground. Also, it's kind of apropos considering that Greg used to smash his head against the wall when he was the player.
He did.
It's the perfect metaphor for him as a coach too. Just smashing, doing the same thing over and over again, and the only person he's hurting is himself. And
team. I mean, we were talking about this with Eric, and Eric's like, yeah, you know, he knew he had a bad temper, and so he's become the opposite of what he used to be.
Yeah.
And the rumor is he does edibles. That's the rumor. It's just a rumor. It's a rumor, allegedly.
I mean, I have no problem with him doing edibles.
I don't either.
The only thing is, like, if you're going to do edibles, shouldn't you see some truth? Like, usually when I, like, no, I'm just saying, usually when I do weed, I, like, think deeply about stuff. I go, huh. I become more self-aware, for sure.
No, I would agree. Maybe the weed he smokes is more about just calmness, because you can get all kinds of different weed now, and some of it are the edibles. They're like ones just specifically to calm you down.
Yeah.
And others are more about euphoria and deep thoughts.
Can we put something in his edibles? Like, I don't know.
He needs to do the ones with the Jenny Kush THC. So he gets some euphoric, deep thinking going. But maybe that's also his problem. Maybe he overthinks everything.
The problem is he's X's and O's. He thinks if he can make it work in his head or on a whiteboard or on a PowerPoint, then it will also work on the field. And he doesn't give any consideration to that's not how life works.
Right. Well, and he's about as far away as emotionally connected in an honest way with his own emotion. Like even his emotions to the players are calculated.
Yeah.
They're not natural. That whole African dogs thing was planned out. That was planned out.
Cringy.
It did not come off the brow. It was something he had written the night before after they had got home from the zoo, because he took the whole team to the zoo, and they watched. Yeah, and they read the descriptions of all the animals because they have the little plaques out there describing the animals and what they are and what they do. And apparently, he was really fascinated by these African dogs. I'm not kidding you. This is because the beginning of that speech, which often gets cut out now, is you remember, guys, we were just at the zoo. That's how this whole thing starts. Yes.
Okay, Messi's taking first. I'm going to have to mute you. We'll keep talking after this because I like where this conversation
is. I won't make any sound. I won't make any sound.
But I can't watch the chat either.
I'm going to block the chat.
Hey, babe, Messi's about to take a penalty. I'm doing a live stream.
He's what?
Messi's about to take a penalty. I'm doing a live stream.
Oh, okay. Shit. When did you pick up? Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Auf Wiedersehen. What's her girlfriend's name again? Her first name?
Natalie.
Yeah. Okay. Was she born in Germany?
Yeah. She's been in the U.S. for about 10 years now. But she's born and raised in Germany.
Where in Germany?
Well, she was born in Bayern, or in Munich, I'm sorry. But she spent most of her life in Frankfurt, in the Frankfurt-Wiesbaden area. Oh my God, Messi misses again.
Yep.
Oh, off the bar. Lionel.
I lived in Frankfurt for a while as a kid. I lived in Erlangen. I lived in Berlin. Would love to go back there one day and just.
Yeah, we're going in September.
No kidding. Where are you going in particular? Frankfurt?
We're going to where her family lives near Frankfurt. It's Mainz. It's Mainz in Wiesbaden, really.
Do they still have the best Frankfurters in that region?
I didn't see any Frankfurters while I was there. What I liked was the what was that? Döner kebab.
But
that's not German. I mean, it's German now.
It is now, yeah.
It's like considered German, but it's the Turks who brought it.
That's exactly right.
All right, here we go. Come on, Ecuador. Come on, please.
But you got to get to a good deli, dude.
Oh, saved. Oh, no. Emi Martinez is going to be the hero again, isn't he?
No comment. You got to get to a good deli while you're out there, like a really good one.
Yeah. What I love about Germany is for breakfast, they have amazing bread, fresh bread. They go to the bakery in the morning, they buy the bread from the bakery, and they have cheese and cold cuts. Fresh cheese, fresh cold cuts, delicious breakfasts.
You can get the Brötchen, right? It's a little roll, the Brötchen, and then you got Jagdwurst, and I mean, there's so much good shit. I mean, they do it like nobody else there. And there's nothing more than I love than a good German morning breakfast.
Oh, Alvarez, great penalty. Great penalty. Ducko, what's up? We'll go soon. Don't worry. We'll go soon.
Taco need to urinate?
Yeah, he's okay. There's nothing much yet. We had a couple earlier and he kind of freaked out, but right now he's doing okay.
Schnitzel's great too, obviously, anywhere you go. That's sort of a universal
good.
Yeah, universal German dish. I've never been into bratwurst, but if you go to Germany, the bratwurst there is better.
Yeah.
Than you can get here in the United States.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Emi Martinez. Oh my God. 2 penalties saved already. Oh, fuck. Dude, how is Emi Martinez not like a Real Madrid goalkeeper at this point?
Yeah.
2 penalties. 2 out of 2 saved by Emi Martinez. Oh, my God. Oh, one-handed.
And by the way, if you want to buy real German cold cuts, you can do it in the United States. There is a company here from Wisconsin called Stiegelmeier. They've been around forever. This is what I do.
McAllister.
Okay. I wish I could pause this so we could be synchronized.
Are you watching on Fubo or live? McAllister scored. Damn it.
Live on Fox.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. 2-0. Ecuador hasn't scored anything. They need to score at least this one. If they don't score this one, it's over.
It's really amazing, even in the Euros, how bad some of the penalty taking has been. Especially with all the jerking around that these guys do when they run up to the ball. You know?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And yet the Ecuador fans are still crying. He just made it. What are you crying about?
I mean, it's an emotional.
I get it.
There's a lot of emotions. It's like us. We're on tenterhooks wondering if Greg is coming back.
I know, but I'm half German. I don't cry.
Oh, I'm an actor, man. I cry like a bitch.
Yeah.
No, that's my big problem is I can't cry. So if there's a crying scene, I'm like, fuck.
You're just like Greg Berhalter.
Yeah.
Greg, you're really
I'm like, crying is a process. I gotta. Okay, wait. Fuck.
Yeah, I would find it very hard as an actor to cry. I could do angry easy.
Anger, I have no problem. I just think about Greg. It's easy. It comes up.
Yeah. I'd like to always wanted to be in movies and be a bad guy in a movie.
Oh, yeah. Bad guys are way more fun to play.
Yeah.
Being some bland-ass cop, that's mostly what I play, never fun.
Put your hands up.
Yeah, or even not worse is the detective. Like, all right, we go to the crime scene, we ask questions, we write in the notebook. Next up, we knock on doors, we ask some questions. Next up, we go in our, interrogation room. That's sometimes fun, depending on how aggressive I can be.
Yeah.
All right, Caicedo, the goal scorer. He has to score this or Argentina wins. Thank God. Oh, that went right over Emmy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
It's all good in the hood.
Oh, okay. 3-2. One apiece. So if Argentina scores this now, they win.
Must score for Argentina to win.
If they don't score and Ecuador scores, then we go into sudden death. Must score. Is it going to be Lautaro, or did they pull him off already? I didn't watch most of this second half. It was so boring. Emmy could have done better with that, but it's tough. Oh, it's Otamendi. All right, they've got the most experienced guy not named Messi there. Otamendi. All right. Oh, he looks nervous as fuck. Oh, he's going to miss. Oh, no, he went. Fuck. Argentina goes through.
Goodbye, Ecuador.
All right. Ecuador goes home. Argentina goes through.
Yeah.
Now, the semifinal is going to be Argentina-Colombia, right? I mean, Colombia is going to beat Panama. We all know this, right?
Yeah, you would think so. Panama. Yeah, I think
even against Bolivia, Panama didn't look that good if you were watching that game simultaneously.
Yeah, no. I mean, I wasn't, but, I was really focused on the U.S. game. But apparently Greg was watching it quite closely on the laptop on the sideline, where at least, BJ was, and then sharing. Like, BJ had two laptops, one with the other game going on it and one with our game, so he could do his tactics thing. And, no more BJ, by the way, as you well know. Off to Nashville. Yeah.
So he'll get a Greg tenure, but without BJ there. You know what he'll do? He'll bring back one of the failures from Dallas or San Jose. He'll either bring back Emilio Estevez. No, not Emilio Estevez. Whatever the fuck that guy's name was. Or he'll bring back the other dude, Lucci from San Jose. They both got fired.
Yeah, right.
Both Lucci and Nico Estevez.
Right.
They both got fired.
Yeah, we'll see how long BJ holds on there. There was some sort of question for a while about, U.S. Soccer was trying really hard to convince BJ to stay for a long time because this has been going on for 2 weeks, this conversation in Nashville.
Yeah.
And apparently BJ told them, Nashville, can you wait till after Copa?
Yeah, which they didn't have to wait long in the end.
No, he signed almost a day and a half afterwards? 2 days?
Yeah. He was out.
So was that because maybe he was still contemplating staying with U.S. Soccer? If we did well in Copa? I don't know. But
So did you hear anything about a meeting before the Uruguay game in Atlanta that Greg asked for a meeting with JT and with Jake and Cindy
to get assurances that
about his job?
Yes.
You know what that says to me? You're here trying to get a win against Uruguay. Do your fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, stop talking about the future. You know how you keep your job? Get out of the group.
Yeah, beat them 2-0. You're out.
Matthew
Easy.
O, did I miss your thing? I think I put it up. Is Jay Berhalter helping Triple G keep his job? Is that the one, Matthew O?
I mean, it's a little disconnected at this point, but it's not incredibly disconnected. Obviously, Jay Berhalter still works for MLS. And, Garber is a board member who's been there for 13 or 15 years now. So, I'm sure he still has an ear.
He's a top executive at MLS. He's the executive vice. So I actually need to correct myself. I thought that he was the deputy commissioner. He's not the deputy commissioner. He is the vice president, the executive vice president of marketing.
Right.
So he's the top executive. He's in the crony club for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Not the deputy commissioner.
And they wouldn't give him any higher a position because when he was running U.S. Soccer at that position, Glassdoor, if you don't remember, I think that's still around.
I remember that. They hated his guts.
I mean, like what, 20 employees came out and said this guy is the biggest asshole I've ever had to work for. And, if it's like 2 or 3, you're like, okay, maybe they're just 2 or 3 wusses in the office. But no, when it's that unanimous and that it becomes an actual story someone writes, who will never get access to U.S. Soccer again. By the way, that guy, I can't remember his name, never did again.
Andrew Duss put the story out.
Never got access again.
Nope.
We just had Lawrence Dockery on our show.
Oh yeah, poor guy has never had access until Copa.
And I had to tell him because he's like, I'm not sure if I'm going to lose access or not, or if they'll never call me again. And I said, Lawrence,
you don't need access to cover this team.
Well, he ended up agreeing with that, but I had to let him know it's over. It's over. You're not going to get an ask a question ever again.
And his question was so tame too.
Oh, I know.
He just asked, should your job be on the line?
Yeah.
It's not like he asked him, why are you such a bitch? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He asked him a very normal question that they asked Gareth. They asked Gareth Southgate that before the Euros. If you don't win the Euros, should your job be on the line? And Gareth was like, yes, it should be. Right?
Yeah. In fact, he said, if we don't win, maybe I should resign. Yeah. The crazy thing, if you rewatch that video, it's being run by Cannonball, right?
Yes.
So there's no turd in the background. There's no Michael Cameraman there to protect Greg. And so as soon as he hears who's going to be called on, he goes, oh, okay, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Why are we calling on that? What are we doing here? Okay.
Yeah, Greg said that, right? He's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing here? Yeah. Like, who are you calling on? Because that guy's already banned. In fact, Lawrence told us he hasn't got to ask a question for like years.
Yeah.
Years. And so we've seen the same treatment been done to Meg and McSwanwick and you.
Yeah, Meg has lost access very fast, huh?
Oh, very fast. And her questions were total softballs.
Yeah.
I mean, she phrased them in the most gentle way. But, she doesn't write for the Washington Post, right? So you can't even though Goff asked some pretty nasty questions last time around, they can't cut off Goff. You write for one of the biggest papers. You can't cut off Carlisle, even though Carlisle came out and said Greg should be gone yesterday. You can't cut out ESPN completely. I mean, even after all the things they said, Greg still went on the Herkensepp show. And they treated him nicely. This is, I don't know, a year and a half ago or whatever.
Yeah, I remember this.
And now, after Herc called him a Muppet, I don't know if he'll go back on that show. So he
No,
might
that
have,
was at the World Cup. I doubt he's going back on that show.
I doubt it. I doubt
Well,
he'll
hopefully
go.
he's not going back on that show because he doesn't have a job.
Right. If he still has a job, I don't see him going back. And I don't see him going back. No, I think he will go on Lawless's show. I think he still will. If he still has the job.
But is anyone going to? Oh, if he still has the job, geez. Here's the thing: if you're Greg, and you know everybody hates you, the fans hate you, the media doesn't want you there, the supporters groups, like, why would you keep doing this to yourself?
Yeah, it just seems painful. Just go find an MLS team to coach.
Dude, go Chicago Fire. Like, there have never been two entities more perfect for each other than Greg Berhalter and the Chicago Fire.
Dumpster
You know what I mean?
fire, meet dumpster fire.
Yeah.
No, that would be perfect. So we'll see. But I think this is the most union we've seen amongst everybody. It's just a little irritating when you see the people that are just getting on board, get all, I don't care about credit, but they're getting credit for.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite. There's never an admission of like, oh, I was wrong, even though they called the fans toxic for 4 years. And now they're saying, oh, they're not saying maybe the fans were right. They're like, I love how they act like it's this big idea. Like, you know what? I got to tell you, Greg's got to go. It's like, yeah, we've been saying that for 4 years. And you called us toxic for saying it. Don't act like this was your idea all of a sudden, which is fine. I'm happy for the support so long as it gets rid of Greg, but I'm not going to forget what they all did. And also, like, they always wait till it's too little, they always wait till it's too late, right? It's like, of course he needs to go at this point.
Now that it's obvious.
It's obvious. Yeah. You don't get credit for stating the obvious.
And then they say, well, you people have been saying this from day one, and I mentioned that early in the show, and you're like, well, yeah, I didn't want him hired in the first place. Well, nobody really wanted him.
But once they hired him, y'all got on board real quick.
Well, yeah, you have to, right? I mean, you don't have to, I suppose, if you want to be really discerning. But my thought is, I'll give this guy a shot. I'll give him a chance. I'll watch what he does. But a year later, I'm losing my mind, right? I'm already losing it. I'm already like, what is this? What is this garbage that we're putting on the field? So, and I saw my old YouTube page, my own personal one. You could probably still find it. It's out there. But, that's like a year and a half into his tenure, a year. So it's not like all of us hated Greg or despised Greg or thought Greg was incompetent immediately. Some of us gave Greg a chance. We gave him a chance
after the Gold Cup in the Nations League in 2021. I was like, all right, he won 2 trophies. That's great. Let's see what he does in World Cup qualifying. But by halfway through World Cup qualifying, I knew this guy was not it. I was like, no.
When they rehired him, I put out a video that said, here are the 10 things Greg needs to do to win me over.
Yeah.
And if he does them, then he's got a shot at winning me over. He got none of them. He did none of the things I asked. All 10.
And you can argue that his second cycle was worse. In fact, it's not even an argument. It's obvious.
Statistically, it is worse.
Statistically, it's worse. We didn't get out of our group in Copa compared to getting out of our group in the World Cup.
Yeah, great example. BJ versus Trinidad Tobago using our C team.
Right.
6-0 victory.
Right.
Greg with the A team, 3-0 victory. And then you have the people who are like, well, that's because maybe we need more MLS players. Maybe those A-team guys really aren't that good. You're like, what the fuck are you smoking?
I
don't know, Pete.
All right. Well, guys, the moral of this story is it's not over till it's over. Keep putting the pressure on, guys. Send those emails, make those calls, leave those voicemails, tag those sponsors. He also has a LinkedIn page. If you have LinkedIn, you can also message him on LinkedIn. Hit him from every angle. Matt Crocker clearly does not understand how bad this is. And he needs to understand that.
Right.
He needs to understand that.
I just want to also announce we're going to have Eric Winaldo on the show on Thursday.
Amazing.
The Straight Red Card. Apparently, he's really urgently written me and said, I got some stuff to tell you, so you need to have me on. We're like,
Let's
all
do
right.
it. Let's do it. I'll be
So,
there.
All right, cool.
I will be
All
there
right.
no matter what. All right, guys. Subscribe to Straight Red Card if you haven't already. Thanks for hanging, Derek. I got to go walk my dog. But
Peace out, Pete. Have a
fingers
great
crossed
night.
we get rid of him.
Happy
Hold the
4th
line,
to
guys.
everybody. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th and hold the line.
All right. Cheers.